Hello everyone, this is Nisa Khatun, lecturer Environmental Sciences. Today I am going to give a lecture on biodiversity management. What do you mean by biodiversity? So biodiversity is made up of two words, that is bio and diversity. Bio means life. Diversity means variety. So biodiversity is defined as such that the variety and variability of plants, animal, microorganism and the ecosystem where they live. In any ecosystem you can find a different type of microorganism living together. This is a picture. You can say you can find a different types of organism living together in an ecosystem. Now next is a type of biodiversity. First one is genetic biodiversity. You can look at the picture of biodiversity. Genetic diversity, you can find when we talk about genetic diversity, the topic itself says variation of the genes within the species. As we all know that every organism on this planet possesses a genetic information which is present in the genes. So these genes are transferred from parents to the offspring. So genetic diversity, you can look at the picture that the species is same, but there's a difference in the genes. For example, there are varieties of, there's a varieties of rice, there's a varieties of wheat. Take an example, our own local apricot. We have 100 plus different species of apricot found in Ladakh. For example, Lakse Karpo, Khante, Halman, etc. Every organism is look different. You are different from me. He is different from me. Why? That is because of the genes present in an organism. Few human beings are black, which we call Negroes. Few are white. Few got a very chilly eyes and all. Few are broad eyes. So this is the genes which is present in our genetic information, which is present in our gene represent it. Okay, this is how we complete the genetic one. Now, the second is species diversity. What do you mean by species? Species is a basic unit of classification, and species is defined as the similar organisms that live together, they mate, they produce an offspring from one another. So species diversity is defined as a number of organisms, plants, animals and microorganisms that they're living together in an ecosystem. It includes the ranging from a small organism like fungi, algae, bacteria, bryophyte, gymnosperm, angiosperm, and to the animals from a small protozoa to a mammal. So species is the one which represents the diversity of a particular area. When we talk about the species, I'll just give you an example. For example, the cat family, big cat family, lion and snow leopard, all belongs to the same genus, that is Panthera. But they are different species. Second, species richness. What do you mean by species richness? Just to make you more clear, I must give you an example of an ecosystem. This is an ecosystem where you find an species A, species B, species A, C and species A. In this diagram you can clearly make out that the species A is dominant in the area. So this means the species A is richness in this particular area. Second, when we talk about the evenness, species evenness, the same species, take an example of A, B, C, A, B and then C. All the three species are present in a similar amount, like all are equal in a distribution. So we can say the species is evenness in this ecosystem. This is how we can clearly explain the species richness, species evenness. Now the third picture is about the ecosystem diversity. Okay, third one is ecosystem diversity. ecosystem diversity. What do you mean by ecosystem diversity? Ecosystem diversity means like when the different species living together within environment. When we explain the ecosystem, it's a relationship between the living organism related with the abiotic factor. There are so many factors which are responsible for the ecosystem to exist, like water, temperature, topography, etc. So within this ecosystem, you can, like from the picture, you can clearly make out that there are forests and there are wetlands and there are water bodies and all that. So this is how I explain the ecosystem diversity. Okay, this is ecosystem diversity. Ecosystem diversity is further divided into three parts. One is terrestrial, second is aquatic, and third is wetland. What do you mean by terrestrial? Terrestrial means land. Any ecosystem on land is called terrestrial ecosystem, and this terrestrial ecosystem is further categorized into three parts. There is forest, desert, and wetland. As we all know that ecosystem on the forest is called forest ecosystem, desert ecosystem, and grassland ecosystem. There are many examples on the forest, desert, and grassland ecosystem. Aquatic means water. Okay. So within this aquatic diversity, it is further categorized into two parts. That is a freshwater and marine. So in India, we have numbers of examples of freshwater lake, marine lake, where ecosystems exist. And the last one is wetland. What do you mean by wetlands? Wetland is an area where you can find a shallow water throughout the year, where you can find a good numbers of vegetation, and this vegetation provide a habitat for so many birds, which include the migratory as well as local birds. So the definition of the wetland is that it is a transitional zone between the water and a land body, where water body not exceeding the 10 meter. And in this water body, you can find a good number of vegetation grow out, and this vegetation provide a habitat for so many birds, animals, and a good for the local people who is residing around the area. And this wetland, why this wetland is so important is that this wetland provide a habitat for so many migratory birds, which is very important in the biodiversity. And these migratory birds play a very important role in balancing the ecosystem. So wetland is further divided into, that is, the mangroves and estuaries. And these mangroves and estuaries are found in the southern part of the country, where you can find a good amount of you can find a very good example of this wetland over there. Now come to the wetland of our own Ladakh. Ladakh is rich in these wetlands. We have around 10 wetlands in the whole region. The first one is Rangdum. Why I consider Rangdum as a rich? Because Rangdum area is rich in plant diversity. Plant diversity. You can find 100 different species of plants in Rangdum. The most important species is Meconopsis. Meconopsis. The species is endangered, least in IUCN, but in Rangdum we have a good number of Meconopsis found over there. Second is Chokar. Chokar is a wetland which is found in the Changtang region of Ladakh. And why Chokar is very important? This Chokar is a habitat of so many migratory birds. Why Chokar is important? Why this is internationally important is that the bird which we call a BNC, black neck crane, which is considered as a sacred of our own Ladakhi Buddhist culture also, that this Chokar provide this breeding habit, which is very important in ecosystem, breeding habit, where they breed, where the egg hatches, the young one is chicks come out, and then they fly back to the another area. So this is how Chokar is very important. Third one is Chomoriri wetland. Chomoriri wetland is a Ramsar site. You must think, what is Ramsar? Ramsar क्या है? आप लोग सोच रहे हैं, what is Ramsar? So Ramsar is a site, is an internationally important. यानी कि ngati Chomoriri wo खेते globally recognized because of this wetland. Why? Because the bird-headed goose. In Ladakhi, we call this bird as a ngangpa. Bird-headed goose breed here they choose this particular area for breeding. That's why this is internationally important and considered as a Ramsar site. This is how, Bachcho, we have completed the ecosystem diversity. Biodiversity at different level. So biodiversity is again categorized into different level, like global level, national level, and local level. So it is exists that there are around 5 to 50 million species of organism present on this universe, but 1 to 2.5 million has been identified yet. Out of 1.5 million species identified, 3 lakh species of green plants and fungi, 8 lakh species of insect, 40,000 species of vertebrate, 3,60,000 species of microbe. These are the different, this is the number you can say identified till now in the universe. So when we talk about the global level species diversity, then in tropical area, you can find a good number of species found. Why tropical area? Because the extinction rate is low in this tropical area. Second is the climatic condition is favorable for this this species to exist. Third one is they can interact, they can mate, they are capable of produce more offspring in that particular area. So this is how this biodiversity is reached in tropical area. At global level, this is the figure. Second, come to the national level. When we talk about our own India, then India is like through map you can say India is in the north you can covered by the Himalayas, and in the south you are covered with the water, which we can southern South Indian seas and all. So the variation of climate change is variation of climatic condition. You can find varieties of species found from Himalayas to the south. In India, we have 30 million hectare, which where you can find a good number of species over there. Out of this, till now, we are able to identify the 15,000 flowering flora present in India. Okay, the third level is local level. Local level. Any ecosystem or any biodiversity at local level is demarcated by the points. Or national parks, you can say sanctuary, whatever, biosphere reserve. So these are demarcation as a local level to conserve this biodiversity. When we are talking about the local biodiversity, so this is my responsibility to explain you more clearly about the Ladakh region. So Ladakh biodiversity, you can say, we're not there to reach in biodiversity, but the species which is found in Ladakh is very rare. There are 33 different species of mammals. 33 different species of mammals are very unique to this particular area. You can see a Goa, which we call a gazelle, that is found in Ladakh across the India. Second, we have a Tibetan gazelle, which is found in the Changchenmo area of Ladakh. And in whole this national level, these are the 2 species found in Ladakh only. You can say a majestic, this animal called snow leopard, Ladakh Urial, all these are found in Ladakh. So this is the picture of Chomoriri Lake, which is, as I told earlier, in wetland there's a Ramsar site. Very important in Ozena. This is importantly locally important also. Each Chomo, which we call a Chomoriri, is considered as a sacred lake by the Buddhist community around the area. So also, as I explained you, this is why I am showing this picture, is just to show the biodiversity of our own region. Third one is my friend, which is collecting data from the water for scientific research. So this is a biodiversity which we give you chances to study about study more clearly about the area. You can see the black-necked crane, which is found in Ladakh. This is what I explained with the bar-headed goose, which we call an ngangpa in Ladakh, and this is a local yak, and this is how you can say the local biodiversity enriching animals and birds also. Apart from this, I must explain you the plant called Rhodiola Dracocephalum. Why these 2 are very important? Sholo, Rhodiola in Ladakh we call this plant as a sholo. Thukpa, शोलो का थुप्पा हम पीते हैं। वाई शोलो का थुप्पा हम पीते हैं? क्योंकि बुजुर्ग कहते थे कि लद्दाख जब कोई हाई एल्टीट्यूड में आ जाता है तो मेमोरी थोड़ा सा लॉस हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा रिकवरी जो मेमोरी का वो है वो थोड़ा सा लो हो जाए बिकॉज ऑफ एल्टीट्यूड। सो बाय आफ्टर हैविंग दिस थुप्पा मेड अप ऑफ शोलो, आपका जो मेमोरी है वो कम मतलब वापस आ जाती है। सो दिस इज हाउ दिस लोकल बायोडाइवर्सिटी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस। एंड नॉट ओनली दिस बट एनिमल्स वी हैव 33 स्पीशीज। सेकेंड इज there are 232 different species of plants, flora you can say, and third is 200 plus different species of birds. And this within this part, this is again differentiate into a migratory bird, second is local birds. This is how Ladakh biodiversity is rich in its own unique. Okay, next is our importance and values of biodiversity. As we all know that biodiversity provides us so many essential services. From commercial to ecological point of view, from social values, and from like disease point of view. So biodiversity जो that helps us in so many ways. So I'll explain clearly point by point how these biodiversities are important for our daily life. First, I must take the A part is environmental service and ecological service. Ecological service. So how this biodiversity help us in environmental service and ecology? जैसे कि मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया, I told you earlier also, the ecosystem is a diverse form of plants, animal, microorganism. All this organism are living together in an ecosystem, interact with each other. How you can explain the healthy ecosystem? The healthy ecosystem is where there's a good numbers of species present over there. When there's a good number of species present over there, how they regulate the thing? First one is, you can say a carbon cycle, a water cycle, biogeochemical cycle, all the cycles responsible for existing of humans on earth. So this is how environmental cycles and ecological services given by the biodiversity. First one is cycle, maintain the ecosystem by giving a perfect cycle. Second, you can say a soil erosion. Soil erosion कैसे ये करता है, like biodiversity कैसे help करेगा? जहाँ पे water body होगा, जहाँ पे wetlands होंगे, जहाँ पे forest होंगे, तो ये जो forest, well and water, that affect in like soil erosion. Second, degradation, you can also say soil degradation. So soil degradation, soil erosion are reduced when where you find a good number of biodiversity. Third, you can say pest control. Naturally, the pests are controlled by biodiversity through the microorganism and all. Fourth is how this biodiversity maintain the cycle is that capture energy, store energy, and play a crucial role in human life. Okay, the next point is purification. Purification of air and water. Very good example of this. I must share with you how this purification of air, as we all know, when there is a good amount of plant, there is a good amount of oxygen. So this is how they purified the air by taking bad gases from the atmosphere. Second is water. I have an example of this. There is one wetland called Bharatpur National Park, which we call a Kyola National Park. I've been there. I stayed there for 3 months. So how I have experience of a purification, or like you can say this wetland act as a filter of water is there. I was residing inside the park for 3 months. So I was getting a good like tasty water within the campus, within the campus. When I was shifted to another area in the city like Bharatpur, the water is very, very like salty in taste. Then I asked the people why the water is very salty than the power. Then they say this is the importance of wetland. This is the importance of the particular area which purify the water. This wetland जो है ना वो वाटर को प्यूरिफाई करके फिल्टर की तरह काम करके हमें देते हैं. तो इसीलिए इन सब चीज़ों को कंजर्व करना हमारे लिए इतना ज़रूरी है. So this is example I must share with you the Keolatev National Park. So this is how I complete the environmental services and ecological services provided by the biodiversity. Okay, our third point is conservative values. As we all know that human beings are dependent on biodiversity since ages. Okay, so we can say within this consumption value, I must add a crop diversity. Kawangata se agro diversity भी कहा जा सकता है. कंजप्शन वैल्यू के अंदर हम कहते हैं क्रॉप बायोडाइवर्सिटी एंड एग्रो बायोडाइवर्सिटी मीन्स एग्रीकल्चर बायोडाइवर्सिटी. सिंस एजेस वी आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन बायोडाइवर्सिटी फॉर डेली यूज आइदर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ फूड, टिम्बर और क्लोथिंग, व्हाटएवर वी आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन बायोडाइवर्सिटी. सो विद इन दिस कंजम्पटिव वैल्यू I am going to explain you about the food. There are varieties of plants, animals, and fish product in India. And this we are consuming fish since ages. 40,000 years back, we are consuming the fish. So the coastal area, the fishermen in the areas are depend on the coastal ecosystem to consuming fish for their consumptions as well as their business point of view, like economic source. They are depend on this marine ecosystem. Second, you can say there are numbers of plants product like pulses, vegetables, cereals, masses, and for the animal product like eggs, butter, milk, etc. All these are products coming from the biodiversity. So this is how the importance of biodiversity in food values. Second is our medication. How medical sciences are used plants and animal production for the medicine. So since ages, since 40,000 years back, we are using the wild plants and animal product for the medicine. So I'll take an example of one, that is a National Cancer Institute of United States of America are saying that 70% of anti-cancer drugs are coming from the tropical forest. Yani ki the drugs are made up of the plants from this tropical area. Second one is WHO, that is the World Health Organization, is also saying that 80% of the people of whole world is depend on their relies on traditional medicine. For example, in our own Ladakh, we have different local system of medicine. That is a Sowa-Rigpa. Second is Amchi system. Still, in this modern era, people of Ladakh are using and very much rely on this medicine. So this is how this values of biodiversity in medicine is very important. So conserving this medicine plants over in the biodiversity is very important for us. Each and everybody's duty to conserve this biodiversity because its value is enormous. Each and every single and small plant species, either animal or a plant species, is very important in our daily life. So this is how I have completed with the medication part today. So tomorrow we will again meet with another topic, that is an economic value. Till then, stay safe. Bye.